tennis player and coach. So I don't know if you guys want to throw that in somehow.
Yeah, that'd be great. Talk
But
about
she
that
was
too.
playing back in the day when
With
Billie
Billie
Jean
Jean.
King would have helped out. So
That's so cool. Yeah, she's so cool.
yeah,
I'm like a sports geek, so
Yeah.
it's really amazing. Yeah, so let's start off with, if you could just say your title, basically, your name, first name, last name.
Jared Chaplin, and assistant coach for the women's tennis team here at UT.
Okay, so since you were on a men's tennis team before, during college, we were wondering what learning curves have you faced with working on an all-women tennis team, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely. There's certainly differences in terms of the everyday interactions that the men's team have along with the women's team, things they talk about, what interests them, and how they approach competition. But I think there's certainly in the way, coming as a player, I think that the way maybe my coaches motivated me and the men's group was probably different to the way Alison and I might do it now. And I don't think there's one particular recipe for success, but it certainly changed based on the personalities and certainly what the men's team needed to be up and ready for competition and what the girls might value more.
So your mother was a rock star tennis player. How has your mother's tennis playing affected your coaching?
Right. Yeah. No. My mum was, probably the reason I got into the sport, by just kind of by association a little bit, and she made a really conscious effort not to coach me growing up, but I spent a lot of time watching her teach tennis as I came up as a junior, and yeah, absolutely, probably one of the more influential figures in my tennis career was my mum, and she played at a time where there were pioneers for women's equality, such as Billie Jean King, and at the same time, she wasn't probably as aware of Pat Summitt, but Pat was doing her work at a similar time, and I feel very fortunate that my mum didn't make it as sports oriented, because my relationship with her is fantastic still, and we can relate on a lot of levels because she's still involved with developing young female tennis players in Australia, and whenever there's there's a issue or something that popped up in practice, even the successes that we have, she's able to relate a lot easier than maybe either a different sport or a male coach for that matter. So yeah, I feel lucky that I've got her to bounce my work ideas off along with the family business.
Awesome. Have you noticed any difference between coaching women in the U.S. and then the coaching happening in Australia with tennis?
That's a good question. My coaching career has only spanned as far as the US. So I was a recipient of coaching in Australia. Over here, I've had, I've been able to do both. I've had coaches in the States, and now for coming on 2 years, I've been coaching. I think I wouldn't say there's differences really between the two. The message delivery may be a little different in terms of lingo and what some of the demographics relate to in an Australian culture to US culture, but the idea of developing the person and then trying to better educate them on the game of tennis is pretty much a baseline across the world, I would imagine.
So how do you believe? Okay, so do you believe that men in athletic teams are treated equally? Why or why not, and what could be done?
Yeah, I think I'll echo Alison's words when I say that we're part of a sport that has made maybe more strides than other sports. I'm proud of that. as I said, my mum was affiliated with tennis, and now the profession I'm in, I spend a lot of time with these girls. So I'm proud of the fact that tennis is one of the first to, at the professional level, make equal prize money, and what we're doing in collegiate athletics and what's been set for equal opportunity. I'm very proud of that. I think there's still work to be done, but the main issues that would have arose 40 years ago, I think that we've put programs and policies in place to where that's something that we can be proud of now.
Have you ever faced any stereotypes or anything being a man coaching women, or have you ever felt that you've had to have any sort of stereotype or gender roles placed on you, I guess?
I think it's become very common in the women's tennis to see a male figure. I feel lucky and I feel privileged to have it here at Tennessee, because I do think male presence amongst predominantly females that make up the team, the coaching staff and the support staff is, I take that role seriously. And I think it's become quite common to see males in female athletics. So I haven't really encountered in my coaching infancy, I haven't really encountered too many stereotypes. But you know, there's always the question that's posed to you: do you plan to get into the men's game afterwards? I think more than anything that decision, like the coaching, like filling a coaching position, that has to be more on the premise of what is right for that individual's circumstances. So I don't feel a need to work my way into the men's game, or I'm very happy helping these girls and the program here.
Do you think being a coach under
Alison?
yes, sorry, thank you. Under Allison, do you think female coaches are expected to do more, or do you think there's more pressures on that? Have you seen that, or?
My interaction at Vanderbilt in the last year and a half, along with what I've seen in my first 3 months at UT, I think it's testament to the athletic department that I don't feel that pressure for Allison or for any other female on campus. Of course, I haven't lived a day there, but I think that the environment has been set for men and women to share in each other's success, and whether that means winning a championship or the inevitable, rough season that you have. I think that every coach on campus it's understood that wherever they are in the season, that man or woman, that they're going to do whatever they can to support the current coach on staff, whether that male or female.
Well, I guess we went over all my questions too. Perfect. Do you have any final thoughts or anything that you want to leave off with?
I think that Title IX and equal opportunity for women is trending in the right direction. I don't think there's a reason to stop the initiative. I feel privileged to be here at UT, a school that's actively trying to do more than others in that area. So no, that's about it.
Okay, we're all set. Thank you so much.
You got it. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.